You help springboard the game actually. How do you feel about the atmosphere of you know the world of authors at this current moment?
I have mixed feelings. On one hand, I think that it is amazing because when I started, there were, only a handful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I just think to go in, and when I started, Albert's was getting on loads. So to be able to go into a Walmart or a Target or a Barnes and Nobles and see the whole section of books we have, I just feel like, feel like we've been treated slavery,
Yeah. That's which is true.
But on the other hand, there are a bunch of books that have not been able to reach that potential, and so I feel sad about that.
With authors, actually, sometimes, not to be biased in a sense, but, sometimes it's saturated with a lot of bull crap.
Yeah, but that's because those books can't get that full potential due to lack of resources. I think that the majority of those authors whose books are not, needing that full potential is because it's due to lack of resources.
Right.
They don't have the editing they need.
Right.
Or even sometimes the knowledge that they need.
Right.
Sometimes they're put in a situation that they just want to get the book out.
Right. Of course.
And I mean, Nikki Turner didn't say this. The Bible said, be anxious for nothing. So I think sometimes, first time authors, they get a little anxious and they just want that book out. They want that book out. They want that book out. And, they don't understand that even a Nikki Turner book is going through 10, 12, 15 rounds of edits before,
Right.
it even gets to gallon format.
Right. It's amazing that you state that, because, the fact of being anxious, anxious can be a downfall.
Right. It's a downfall because, they are forced to sign contracts that are not good for them. Then that product is having to, suffer from it. I think when I started to write a book, I am making it the best. I'm blocking out the books before, and I'm blocking out the books that's coming after, and I'm focusing on this, and I'm making it the best. But by the time I go through 10, 12, 15 rounds of edits, I'm so exhausted at the end that, I'm just glad that it's done, and I'm ready to move on to the next thing. So I just think that every single book I'm putting 100 and let's just say 1,000,000% in what I'm doing. Because they're like my children.
I was about to say that. That's right. Now, come on now.
And I always make reference to that when I write my letter to the reader in the front of the book. I always talk about like the experiences from writing the book, but I refer to these as my babies. So
why not?
I'm like a mother. I just feel connected to each and every one of them.
Beijing. Let's talk about Beijing.
Oh, I love her.
Why?
Oh, I just love her spunk.
Yeah, she definitely got something with her, actually. Yeah. Beijing, just the name itself, actually. I mean, mysterious. Yes. I mean, how long did it take you to write this book?
Okay. So people ask how long does it take to write? They're usually asking to sit there and compute it and write it. But keep in mind, I write books in my head all the time. Like all the time, like in my head now, I probably got 10 books.
Right.
So I'm constantly writing the next book in my head. So I had Relapse in my head for about, I would say, 3 or 4 years before I actually put it down on paper. And then when I went to go to start, really get serious about writing, it took about 2.5, 3 months.
Wow. When I read these books, I said, creative, who continue to be consistent with this being creative and creating a character, laying down the research, what did it take to,
It's so funny. I was talking to someone the other day, and I seen this person that went to high school with him, and they were saying, I seen you on Facebook and on the internet, you become successful at what you're doing. You ain't doing nothing but writing books. And now I want to write a book because I feel like if you could write a book, surely I could. And I was like, on one hand, I took offense, but I'm just like, okay, you try it because writing a book is very hard. You have to be focused and, you have to block everything out to be able to create.
Right.
And just because you sit in front of the computer, sometimes it don't come.
Right. But I think more to it is the research behind it.
Yeah.
Cause you have to define the character. You have the location. You took it.
And for my book, Black Widow, I actually went to an execution. I went to see somebody, a prisoner, executed to be able to write that first scene in that book. Yeah, but sometimes, my readers, they trust me. They totally trust me. I have a great following, so they trust me. So, they'll be like, oh, I ain't like him, but, I still love this about that.
Right. So you could take to that. When you hear it, you're like, you know what? It is what it is, actually.
I mean, I hear what they say. Definitely, I hear what they say. You know, Lucci has been a character that, like, I wanted to kill. Like, I planned to kill him. Kill him out the glamorous life. That was what I had in my mind. But I can't kill this guy because everybody love him. They hate to love him, but love to hate him. Right. So, you know.
And Lucci's something else.
Yes.